season in the season. Just for no reason. Niggas barely bring us baby fat soft better full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown them mothers. What they believe, hard for me to follow. No rum UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me, cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, but they ain't like other men doing that 98 Navy. The 10 leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak, bitter. The lies I make the dead speak. Chaos match the time. This Glock take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the Lord to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm Lord to the king. That straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the king. Lord to the king.
Shalom, real quick. You good? Count on the count.
banks, march like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick, we better run. Nowhere to hide, I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies, not for me and my pharaoh. For I ever let her pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hoes, love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, if need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say. But I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? 'Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy. I can't be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to be walking with them angels, boy. I can't be out, but what you know about us? Base, and I'm grateful for the words, what I die for. It's 144. I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for the crowns. It's thing as long as my niggas know what my business. Like baby, it's hard that you feel so. Why you look so tough? It's real. I be walking with.
Yeah. We back and in or not. And said, gotta make sure some things. Second, make sure some. Sorry about that. Got a little late start on class today. Had a few issues, few miscues, so things were a bit but Hispanics and natives trying to find love for America while America embraces what's really going on in America, man. That we have been in America. You understand? There is no fixing us. You understand? Finding love here in America, man. You know what I mean? That's what we need to understand, bro. Melting pot and be that is something that we reluctantly want to take in. We don't want to hear that. We believe as bad as we've been abused, as bad as we've been treated, we believe that somehow, some way, you're going to be able to find love for these people, man. You're going to be able to return the love that you believed you've been receiving. I don't know why love for us in this place. Great nation. Here in a second to third class citizen. And the reason why I say second to third class is because even the other migrant nations that come over here better than we are. Murdered in the streets, bottoms who get murdered. You understand? The justified shooting. No reason. You understand? Stealing a candy bar, a blunt shell is not reason to shoot and kill a man. That is murder. You understand? Selling CDs is not reason. Nothing that he's done was reason for you to kneel on his neck until he is unconscious and pass away. All right. So of course, with that being said, recently we have just had Lord to vote. Needed to come in office is never going to be about you. Never. You have to understand, people, Native Indian people, that this place, this empire, this kingdom was built on your backs and off of your blood. With that being said, they would never then allow you in it off of you. You understand? When they get to send, when they got this deporting immigrants and all of that, y'all didn't know who was gonna get out there. So you can have all and pick and Hispanics hotel rooms. You understand? Who is in these fast food and in these damn shopping malls and in these damn grocery stores? Who are these people? Blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the majority of the workers in the low level and the lower classes, man. Of course, nobody wants to understand this. Nobody wants to Hispanic is mass murdering rapist. It always falls back on the oppressor. That's what he does. Of course, right now, like I said, America, just like we got to find somebody who about us out of office. Well, you just Joe Biden. It was more, I'm going to break this out. It was more or less because he tied himself to something that he believed Biden, because Joe Biden has all, say, the 80s or the 90s. Joe Biden was against, no. It was during the time of the segregation of schools. Joe Biden was against the busing because he didn't want you Negroes out there in the white school. He didn't want to bust the lower income, you know what I'm saying, impoverished children out into these other schools where his children could potentially be going to, or other whites who were private school. So the one way that they would get a free transfer rhetoric platform of jumping off on Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying, which Kamala Harris herself is not a black woman. She is not a black woman. Now, when I say black, I mean she is not of Negro descent. She does not come from Native Indians. She is an Irish. You understand? Of sugar. And was a slaveholder. You understand? So everybody has dark skin, and this is cool, man. If you got dark, because you have black skin or dark skin does not make you the same people. This is why we tell black people they cannot find any blood connection or tie to Africa to call themselves African Americans. We are not the people of Africa. Of course, yes, we cultural tie, and you understand, and Kamala Harris is not our people. Spiritual, they go into it's 6 neutrons and 6 protons and 6 electrons, which make carbon, which is what melanin is made up of. Come on, man, stop it, man. Plants. Is that your cousin? You understand me? What you got to understand is this, is that just because something is dark skinned, it does not make you those people. It does not we're the separate. One of the biggest stories in the book was the Tower of Babel, where the Lord separated everybody. Gave everybody their own languages so that they Christian. You understand? We should be totally pleading to come together, gets to learn the difference. And we're going to do that because I'm going to break out this little bit of, I'm going to read this little part of this article about Kamala Harris. You understand? And her roots. And a lot of people do not understand it. And they believe that, oh, she's a black woman. Then I even debated this issue, you know, not so much as a real debate, but I had a couple of back and forths online and social. When you do that, and it's good that women damn there's a few things, boy, I'm telling you, having issues today. You know, it ain't nothing but the devil trying to work against this truth, man. Against this truth. As I was saying, all right, this is called white is. You understand? Even that theory doesn't work here. Pull it. Were Kamala Harris's ancestors slave owners? It is being said Kamala Harris is directly descended. There is even not a victim of slavery, not a nation. Black Israel suffered a condition. The names of your slave masters, name in which you call your colored Jackson, but Africa and America with the people in Africa. You understand you understand those that are black. Those that have suffered this. Ngubu, Umbutu, Umbadwe in Africa is not under the guise and names of slave masters. You understand? Africa did some wars, had some great wars in Africa where he came out triumphant, and the place Africa. Common term, Guineas. He knows. You understand? He nothing to do with those who have conquered them. You understand? That's why he doesn't call himself African. So he said, yeah, I'm African. You understand? Said again, this is what qualifies you. Let's keep going right along with this article. Now, of course, proven it similar fact check. Kamala Harris' ancestors, Hamilton Brown, was descended from Irish. What? The namesake of Brown, Jamaica, to work on his sugar plant of a Jamaican father. In a piece reflects about his grandmother, Miss Chris Hamilton Brown, who is on record as plantation and slave owner and founder of Brownstown, and to my maternal farmer and educator, ancestry unknown to me. Let's keep reading. I wish I could show y'all this picture, man. My internet is acting up, so I can't show you the picture. I know I'm probably having issues on my live. I hope this class gets through clean. If not, you can go and check it out on the other page that we got, the Isupk Kansas City page, Kansas City, Missouri page, and you should be able to see it clearly. Looking back now, exposure to operations of my growing curiosity of sugar industry. I came then with Jamaica as a key component they come from, and which is through the understand there is a difference between being a citizen of a country and actually being the people of that country. Ross Clyde, Negro, you understand? You understand? At the times of Columbus and Napoleon and the rest of them, that's not talking about them. You understand? That's talking about somebody who moved there. There are East Indians there right now. You understand? There are Irishmen that are there right now. You understand that they consider them Chinese man moving to America. They would grow up and say, I'm an American. But guess what? That doesn't change the fact that they're Chinese. Does not change the fact that they would be the nation of people they were before they came here. To be a citizen here in America, it just gives you citizenship. It does not change who your kinfolk are. Hamilton Brown owned more than 1817 to about 1845, taking families from its previous owner, John Bailey, in 1815 or later. You understand me? So again, Camilla Harris is the man. Straight registers attribute to its ownership 124 slaves. The other register 86 slaves. Cannot be assigned to any estate, although he is listed in almanacs for subsequent years as owning several. So he's owned several different plantations, man. The office, she is the granddaughter of a blacks, Hispanics, and natives. When I say black people, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and natives into the top 2 seats in the White House in America. You're not going to do it. And of course, with the rise of Camilla Harris is not the first black. It means something. So understand, these are people of color. Why? Because they have color in their skin. Of color. When you say a person is black, that when you say black here, was you just. You understand? With that being said, read some books, man. You understand? Stop going off of what cannot use popular opinion for popular opinion. We say it as if it's fact and if it gives us knowledge. Only thing it gave you knowledge of somebody's opinion. That's what it did. Religions are set in beliefs. You understand? But the Bible is a book of truth. You can't mix a belief with the Bible. You can't. When we pull things, we look for the truth about a matter before we speak on it. And we don't be quick to speak. When you quick to speak, you know what I'm saying? There was an old saying back in the day, when you assume something, you make an ass out of me and you. So we don't assume be said, and it be as a black woman when she was running for office, calling her an Asian American. If I ain't mistaken, the first Asian American. Now then, when she went into doing this, she became the first. They used everything. Then she turned. It's black people. That's a who? Oh, we finally getting it. We getting it. Oh, man. Y'all thought Barack Obama was a black man. He is not a black man. Descend from, and he did laws to protect the police officers. All right? So with that being said, let's move on because we got tons more. With all this love, y'all, presidency. You know, she's the killer descendant of your oppressor. I know it's hard for y'all to understand that plague on our people, man. Robbed you out of land. That they have robbed you when you came out of enslavement. When we were gathering up certain things. Even our native brothers got ready to jump into the story about what's going on here in Kansas City. Now, of course, like I said, as we are begging and trying to gain love, races, searching for love. Listen, this place has never in their races won elections. They, man, you understand, be back have done for the last racist this place is, man. Even those of us when we were enslaved, if we were inside the house while you were in the field, and be just as racist against you as their slave master, because you was a field nigga and he was a house nigga. You understand? Now here we are of us, man. And that they're going to have some kind of newfound respect for you because you've got up in their industry and you became an American. You're patriotic. You fought in their wars. You've got your own piece of the pie. You've opened business. You just wanted me to do better as a nation. That's not the case. In America, while you are begging and pleading and trying to get love in this place, they have now embraced their races. They show, because a lot of them thought Barack Obama was a Negro. And he walked around like he was a Negro, all cool. He's giving the image of a Negro, when in fact he's not a nigga for weed charges and niggas would stand, but he walked around and pretended to be a nigga. So guess what happens? It gave them the image to be mad at. Him in the jaw. You understand? He was saying all kind of things when he was doing his campaign. Telling the police, don't watch their heads when you put them in just throw them in the police car. To hell with their heads. What are you black? Fell for it again. That is not a black woman. She has dark skin, but she is not a black woman. That is a white woman. You understand? And not only is she a white woman. You there, Aksha? Dumb as animals, man. Dumb as it is. It know who it belongs to. Keep reading.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the ass, another dumb animal. And it's its master's crib. It knows the house that it belongs to. You understand? Keep reading.
Kind. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
But Israel does not know. My people do not consider. We don't consider who we are, man. We just go with the flow. Oh, it looks like us. You understand? A zebra and a, these are two different animals. You understand? But they know they're two different things. It says the two dumbest animals on the planet. Two of the dumbest animals on the part again. They black like us. They are.
On the verse 4? Or
No. That last ending.
Does not consider.
But my people do not, man. We ain't even thought. You go back and you find, well, wait a minute. They did. And that is by the way the Lord. And this is how you get the pedigree of a is. You got it. You know who they are. You understand? But anyway, we trying to elect these people over us hard enough and find out of the oppressor beating our idea and put a goddamn website up where you can go in, send your DNA, and he's going to give it back to you. That's not going to happen. And that has already been proven, man, that those so-called go and take 5 different. The Lord shows you. You want to know if you these things? Did your ancestors come from these things? Then you them people. You understand? And your father come from the descendants of slaves. Australian slaves came over into enslavement by way of ship. And some of them left Americas by way of ship to go into enslavement. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, these damn do. Why? Because you've been destroyed and say, I'm voting for this, I'm voting for that and the other, and then think you're gonna have the same outcome. We're gonna all come up. Well, I know you want a little bit of this. I want you have to have a people or person over you who knows about what the situations is, the things that you go through, the things that you suffer from. Read that for me.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set a king over thee.
Over you. I don't care if it's the governor. A mayor governor just means a governor. But he governs over the whole lost for words. But the president governs the whole country, right? You understand? Then you got the governors, just a ranking. You understand? All the way down to the man at his house. You are the governor. You understand? So what that ranks you. You understand? That part come out. The Lord thy God shall be going to understand the pain that you go through, except for it be your brethren. Nobody is going to understand the turmoil that your women went through, lest it be her brethren. You understand? Nobody is going to understand the needs of a people unless they were in that goddamn ghetto, that barrio, that goddamn reservation along with you. Camila, nothing black people been American went through. He will not been elected. Keep
It's not.
You understand? You ain't allowed to do that, man. You're not allowed to set a stranger over you. That is a direct sin against the Lord. Then you'll say, why we die? Why are the cops killing us and we getting no justice? But you say, but we gotta get Trump out of office. No, you gotta serve the Lord. You gotta keep the statutes, law new that is destroy us. Why are we not? This one law. Those that are not allowed. That scripture out.
Ecclesiasticus, he said,
the Lord divided all. Understand? Ask the Palestinians. You understand? Ask them how they say us ruled over by another. The Lord set every nation.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
And some again is going wrong with your phone. Like you got to stay up on it, going out. But we are the Lord. You understand? He gave Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Supposed to believe that's who you supposed to obey, that's who you supposed to look for, and that's definitely who you supposed to vote for. You understand? Now we got Donald Trump out. You understand? Fiber that keeps this place together. And I'm gonna tell you most likely what's going to happen, because the fiber that keeps this place together is here out of town, being a part of see that world where we have been. We have to stop using their culture. They do. You understand? And any culture that you give us, we're going to go hard at it. That's why the Lord calls us play hard at it. But if you don't use it, because it's been culture back. So with us getting every time, man, the UPK comes out on top, man. You understand? But with that being said, we're gonna drop that. Let's go into this article, man. Go give me that article.
Yeah, so like I was just about to tell you, you sent me the Trail of Tears, and then you sent me the one Kamala Harris, Slave Owner.
Oh, good night. I sent you that. I was supposed to send you the other one. I was gonna read the Kamala Harris. Give me a. That was. Let's see. Sweet, man. Negroes gonna have a fighting chance. Let's go to. Where you at? All right, I just sent it to you.
Done.
All right. This is what y'all got to understand. There is no history where you're going to ever find that any president was for the children of Israel. When I say the children of Israel, again, I'm speaking of blacks, Hispanics, and natives. There is no president who was ever, and I'm even, for Abraham Lincoln said he would have not about freeing the slaves. I want y'all so-called being the top. Understand exactly who Andrew Jackson is. In case you don't know, Andrew Jackson was a general in the military, what you call the Indian, and inhabited the lands of America before anybody else came in contact. Before the settlers came, the Native Americans were here. All right. So what happened was the settlers all came and they wanted the land, have fields. Who was gonna work them fields? See, we got beat on all angles. The land was taken from our brothers. Then the goddamn Hispanic brothers got brought over and over. We got to relive what happened. They voted not to take this. I voted. I was so happy. That was even talking about a lot of times. But that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? We are not informed, and we should not be in that mess because it has nothing to do with us. You understand? So with that being said, let's get a little bit on this. Hold on, I forgot to say it's about.
Kind of the kind. Andrew Jackson statues will get context signs.
Really, in all actuality, read that out.
Sorry, how you say that? Explanatory signs houses. County residents last week rejected a proposal to remove the statues of Jackson's history of mistreating minorities.
Because of his history of mistreating minorities. They wanted to take it down. Last week rejected treatment of minorities.
Damn like that. Slacky said Friday her office will pay for the signs, which will explain that Jackson owned slaves and approve the removal of
Slaves.
kind of the kind. Hold on, I gotta Slacky, I gotta open in that. It won't let me get the rest of it.
That one's a small little article. It's not even the whole article. I was supposed to have sent you a whole article. That's why I was like, good night. I can't believe. I thought I sent you the right one, but obviously when my internet was tripping, it's still tripping. So I've got to, look, my screen back here behind me, television hooked up to the internet. Something is.
All right, I think I got it pulled up. Okay. County prosecutor Jean Peters Baker said Friday.
I'm just gonna tell you when the signs are gonna be put up. She said this is the thing. Jean Peters Baker's is the. So with that being said, she said her office is going to pay for the signs. That is a spit in the face of black people, man. And the investigations that y'all have that are these mock investigations. To see if these cops are justified in this. Now, what it is, told Andrew Jackson, what is it that he did? What is it that he did, you know what I'm saying, with our, you understand, like I said, while we begging for love, they're embracing their racism here in America. Give me that article in the Once you pull that up, you got your Bible. I mean, so like you got your sword.
Kind of the kind.
All right, 19 real quick before you pull that, before you read it.
Kind of the kind. Kind, I got it.
Read.
Kind of the kind. Genesis chapter.
Indians, man. They are the northern Salaki, not Indians, because that is a derogatory term. But the northern Native Americans, man. The Lord. You understand? The Lord calls them a troop.
Genesis.
A troop shall overcome them. What troop was that? That was the troop that Andrew Jackson led that understand? But that
he shall
is going to overcome the troop. You understand? We are going to take over this place, man. Whether you like it or not. And we ain't voting for no damn Kamala Harris's or no Joe Biden's or no Andrew Jackson's or no damn President Lincoln's. We ain't why we vote for Christ, because we know the truth. You understand?
This is an article of the Trail of Tears from the History. What's the History Channel?
Con.
On millions of acres of land in Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, and Florida. Land their ancestors
and they have been cultivating that land
by the end of the decade in the United States, working on behalf of white settlers who wanted to grow cotton on Indians' land, the Indian territory across the Mississippi, known as the Trail of Tears.
You understand? Keep reading.
Kind. White Americans, particularly those who lived on the west, to them a man that white settlers wanted.
Wait a minute. In America, they said that they want. You understand? Keep reading.
The American Republic, such as President George Washington, believed that the best way to solve this,
the way to fix this problem, we needed to do what again?
Civilize the Native Americans.
Civilize the Native American. Go back to them American Indians. I want you people listen to this good, because this is what happens with us, man.
To them, American Indians seem to be an settlers wanted and believed they deserved.
So wait a minute. They said that these people seemed out of whack. They seemed alien and unfamiliar. Lands that they want. This was a problem that they're trying.
Kind. Some officials in the early churches, President George Washington, believed that the Native Americans.
So in order for them to fix the problem, what was the problem? Again, let's find out what the problem was again. The problem was that they said that you were alien. How were they going to fix it? By civilizing you, by giving you their culture. Why is it that all they had to do was give you their culture? They could take your land. So hard, Hispanics and natives are destroyed to keep their culture. Us robbing and same thing they done in and started doing those kids. Guess what they did? Believe that we should not marry outside of our nations. You understand? And the natives, you're gonna find out, married outside of their nations, got taken from them because able to go back in those lands.
Americans as much like white Americans as possible by encouraging them to convert to Christianity.
By encouraging them to convert to what?
Christianity.
By converting them to what?
Christianity.
Christianity, man. To the Hispanic, to the black Negro right here in America, man. We have been destroyed. This is how you destroy it together.
Learn to speak and read English, such as the individual ownership of African slaves. In the southeastern United States, many Choctaw these customs and became
tribes more prominently. You know what I'm saying? The Choctaw Chickasaw hear about why? Because they call them the five civilized to Christianity and make him more like the white Americans. You understand? So these are the tribes that are often talked about. These are also the tribes that often white folks try to claim as. And how did they get civilized? I'm gonna take this white woman. This is gonna be my wife. You know what I'm saying? Now she thinks her children are. Now she thinks she's Indian and she got Indian rights. And then the same goes on with Indian women. They were allowing white men to marry Indian women. You understand? That's the same thing. Like with if I ain't mistaken, ain't that the same thing that happened with the story of Pocahontas? I don't want to speak on that. Don't let me speak on that like that. But I believe that's the same how we end up getting so-called civilizing us and giving us their culture. Keep reading, not.
You want me to read the in the red too?
No, you don't have to read that.
But their land, located in parts of Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina region.
Man, it was valuable and it became more coveted as the white folks fled the region, man. They ran all up in these and try to take it. Keep reading. This is why.
Many of these whites yearned to make their fortunes by growing cotton.
By growing what? By growing cotton, man. Keep reading.
And they would do almost anything to get it.
They wanted the land, they would do almost anything to get it. Who was the savages? Why y'all try to don't belong to him? The scripture says that we are not to covet the things of another man's house, man. You understand? Don't covet his ass, don't covet his wife. You're not supposed to covet the things of that man's house, man. You understand? And that land is a part of his house. You understand? And keep reading. They stole livestock, burning. Who is the biggest murderer? It ain't no blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Who is the biggest murderer, man? Keep reading.
Squatted on land that did not belong to them.
And squatted on land that did not belong to them, man. Who's the squatter? You trying to tell somebody to go back from. You understand? Keep reading.
It's out of the South.
Now, in the government started to get involved in thieving and robbing. We ain't going to just leave this on the citizens and the people of America, but this is also guilty of the system. The system is guilty of this, man. Keep reading.
Several states passed laws limiting.
You keep going down like I can't hear nothing but like the last word. I'll hear first word, then I won't hear nothing to the last word. States. Just start from several states.
Limiting Native American sovereignty, Worcester and Worcester and other states can have no force. So, the maltreatment continued as president, which he certainly did not. Then the decisions would fall. Stillborn southern states were
Stillborn. Hold on, stop right there. Is dead on arrival. Even after they made the decision to say that you couldn't do that, Andrew Jackson wasn't going to vote for somebody. I'm going to beg for them to give it back. Please give it. Please, I'm begging. That is the most dishonorable crap you could ever do in life, man. To be that soft and that weak to go and vote for the people who have robbed you blind and then beg for your things. Stand, ain't no way in hell must, man.
Okay.
Keep reading. Go to
Okay.
give me go keep reading that. Keep reading.
of Indian lands and would go to treat lengths to secure his territory. To secure this territory.
They would go to great lengths. All right, let's get to it. Now listen good. This is what
And being an advocate, spent years leading brutal campaigns that reside farmers.
he went to war. He was exterminated. This is what that scripture was talking. Overcome them. They were overcame.
As president, he continued this crusade. In 1830, he signed the Indian Removal Act, which
And for generations, you're gonna take theirs and tell them we got the power to take you from this land, and we're gonna trade this land with you for the land in the west for this land over here in the east. You understand? Everything that's east of Mississippi, we're gonna take that, and you can take what's west. You just gonna come and uproot the people and move them somewhere else. Keep reading.
Khan. In the Indian colonization zone that the United States had acquired as part of the Louisiana Purchase.
Now the Louisiana Purchase, that's when you know anything about spend, we pay those taxes, but they are literally going to the queen. You understand? Because she owns a lot of land here in America. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. I'm not talking about a few acres. I'm talking about millions and millions of acres, man. But with that being said, this is talking about the Louisiana Purchase. You understand? Which also a lot of people don't know that Missouri was bought in the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. In my 1803. Also you understand? So this just shows you how coming out of the man. Keep reading, not.
Khan. This Indian territory was located in present-day Oklahoma. The law required the government to negotiate removal treaties. Government frequently ignored the letter of the law and forced Native Americans to live on for generations.
Is the one, you understand? Salaki, man. I know this stuff, man. Executive branch. Online, anybody who makes the law, which is the and then there is those who examine the law, which is the judicial. That's what the judges do. They examine the law, and they those who are supposed. This is President Jackson hands. You understand? And you understand how often did you hear that? You understand? There's a lot of ignoring the letter of the law goes on when you're dealing with a nation of people who are ruling over a nation of people that the Lord consider. The Lord us 3/5 of a man. From that. No, don't skip that.
In the winter of 1830, Choctaw territory on foot without any food.
How the hell
Supplies,
you gonna have somebody walk that far? And what was you thinking was gonna happen? You knew that they were going to die, and you did not care. Keep reading.
Supplies or other help from Choctaw leader told in Alabama.
All right, keep reading. Can you walk the Trail of Tears?
How far down? Okay, I see it.
Now I'm gonna read one part real quick before you get to that. It says the Indian and for the last time Oklahoma did not survive the trip, man. That's almost a fifth. That's more than a fifth of the people who left to take the Trail of Tears, man. They did read this here. Go ahead.
The Trail of Tears. Alabama, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma National Historic Trail is run by the National Park Service, and portions of it are accessible on foot. by horse.
Is talking that, man, it wasn't able to fix yourselves. Could you put up with what our people had to deal with? In the class right there, it says by states enforced to move across lands would remain government promise that but Salaki, but as the in 1904 never ever give a damn reaching out and because the only way possible to rob you, to murder you, you understand, to steal from you. Harris and Joe Biden are senators representative destruction on our people. That being said, we are not a